to another episode of Battlefield 4 Showcase. Now, this is a mini-series where I like to show off things that are particularly interesting in Battlefield 4. So far we've done just the weapons, or a few of the weapons, at least the carbines, and of course I will try and expand on towards the assault rifles, snipers, LMGs just when I unlock some more of them. And of course after that, or in between that, will be the vehicles of Battlefield, because they're just as big a part of Battlefield as the weapons are. The helis, the jets, and of course the land vehicles, tanks, all that good stuff. So today is the AKu-12. Now you may think this weapon is particularly familiar. Well, you might be right in some aspects. Well, this weapon is basically a compact, smaller version of the AK-12. I think that's fairly obvious. So, the AK-12 is the assault rifle version in Battlefield 4. Very, very good. It was the first weapon we ever used in the beta, and hopefully it was probably the first weapon you ever used in the full game. Possibly, maybe not. But either way, I'm not too big a fan of the AK-12, but of the AKu-12, I am. That sounds quite strange and quite hypocritical, but the AKu-12 is trying to be the AK-74U, one of my most favourite weapons, not only in Battlefield 3, but also in most modern warfare shooters. Most FPS games, such as Call of Duty 4, the AK-74U was my all-time favourite weapon. It's passed across most Call of Duties, most shooters. It's just been everywhere. And in Battlefield 4, the AKu-12 is similar, but it's not the same. It has quite a lot of the same attributes as the AK-74U. For example, the fire rate, the range, the accuracy, because the 74U had completely atrocious accuracy as well as hip fire. The accuracy was just all over the place. I don't really know why. I think it's just because the shortness of the barrel made it that kind of way. I don't really know, but either way, that gave it a very, very strong power to it, which was very, very nice. So it made it a very, very efficient close quarter combat weapon. And the AKu-12 is no slouch in that kind of area. It will drop people very, very quickly in close quarter combat. Trying to take someone out at long range, you're just not going to cut it. Medium range, possibly, if you've got that heavy barrel stuck on there. If not, then you might have quite a bit of difficulty. But the fire rate of the AKu-12 is definitely something I like. Of course, it's not too fast, it's not too slow, and it's just what an AK should be. Of course, that's what most reminds me of the AK-74U, the slow fire rate. So it's very slow down, very controllable, and you can put your shots exactly where you want them to be. You're not really having to worry about the recoil too much. Of course, it can be a problem if you're trying to full auto it, but in most cases you don't really want to do that. Now, while I was using this weapon, it's very good and all, it's very fun to use, but it gave me some ideas of possibly what could happen in the future for Battlefield. Of course, they'll probably never happen. They're my ideas, they come from my head, they're complete fantasy, but nonetheless, I'd like to share them. So, first of all, as we know, the first DLC rocks out on November 22nd, I believe. First on Xbox Live, which is unfortunate, second Assault, and then we get the China Rising, and then I believe everybody else gets the second Assault DLC. But either way, of course they're going to bring back some weapons, especially in the second Assault one. I hear they're going to bring back the AS-Val, which I'm very, very happy about, but they're going to bring back weapons, gadgets, camos. They're going to give you all this great stuff, no doubt in probably battle packs. But what I would like to see would be maybe an AK focused camo, so it makes the AK weapons in Battlefield 4 have maybe a wood style effect in the foregrip and the pistol grip, where you actually hold and near the trigger, and maybe the stock as well, make that wood as well. I'd love to see that, a wood style effect. And of course the rest of the weapon that is metal, maybe it looks very polished, very shiny, not chrome exactly, just really nice and really crisp. Possibly it doesn't have to always be just AK weapons. You could pass it across to most other weapons. I think that'd be very, very interesting, because that's not as far-fetched as putting, say, a red, bright red camo on your weapon. That's what I'd like to see. I'd love to see that happen. I don't know if it's going to happen, but nonetheless, I do hope you enjoyed the video. Do share your thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you think of the idea? What do you think of this weapon? And what would you like to see next time. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and as always, until next time.
How many times have you told me to care? How many times have you